Leslie Ho. I don't know why I'm doing a Kermit voice.
How's it
Welcome.
going?
It's going. Or are you asking that to the? Are you asking that to me, or are you asking that to me? That? Oh my God! Let me start that sentence over. Are you asking that to me, or are you asking that to Menemenhem?
I'm asking. What, are there people watching or something?
I have no idea. I doubt it.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
then, yeah. How's it
jeez.
going to you? And how's it going to you out there watching?
You out there in the world, welcome to DrawBomb. It's a show where we draw. Anyways, Brandon, I'm doing good. I think that's gonna be our tagline.
I like that one. I like that one. Good.
I make it sound like I'm gonna say more. I just don't.
We draw.
We draw. Anyways, Brandon, I'm doing good. If I run out the room all of a sudden, it's because there's a tornado watch currently in effect. We're starting late. There is.
We're not talking about a tornado warning.
That's
wait,
right.
no, watches. Warning. Wait.
I just had
watches,
this conversation.
Warning is the bad one.
Yes.
Watch is the.
They're neither are good, but you know.
Sure. Not a fan of either. I like the
taco picture?
tornado app. They're like the alert they put out when there's just no tornadoes.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They're like, hey, just letting you know, no tornadoes today. Anyways, have a good day.
Have you ever seen
the day.
Have a great day. Have you ever seen the taco picture? Like some like fire department, I want to say, or probably a weather station put it out, and it was like I'll just put it. I'll put it on my screen, and then you can see it that way. Put it there. I'll just put it there. But I feel like it's good info to have anyway. So like this picture actually just really helped me out to know like which one I should really be careful for. I've also almost been in a tornado before, and it's terrifying.
Sure, I've also been around tornadoes,
and
I don't like them.
I don't like them. And when it was terrible, I think I've told you the story, but when we were almost caught in the tornado, like it was like blowing shit around and like actively causing a ruckus. The song fucking Danger Zone was playing on the radio.
What a song to die to.
I know, right? I went to the danger zone.
The only thing that'd be cool is if you get sucked up into the tornado and you grab the radio and take it with you, and it's playing while you're flying around.
That'd be pretty good.
Although it'd probably just unplug immediately, and
yeah, it wouldn't work for very long.
Would not work.
We used to never get tornado watches nor warnings around here until the past few years. The planet is doing fine, says Xenoots. Hello, Xenoots. Welcome. Bringing the seriousness that we so crave.
Fellow tornado enthusiast, Xenoots.
That's right. We've gotten it was not very common, but we would get one very rarely. But yeah, it's much more common now. I have the taco warning picture on my screen. I'm actively not drawing for the sake of the audience and for the sake of you.
Understood. The ingredients are there versus the taco is there.
Yeah, right? It's
Understood.
Great. It's ever since I saw that picture, it's been completely crystallized in my mind. So
that's intuitive.
Yeah, it really is, and it's fun because I love tacos too. Like I'm always hungry for a taco.
Oh sure, sure. Who doesn't like a taco? Am I right?
If I meet someone who doesn't like even like a variant of the taco, like you can't not like a taco. Like there's too many. It's kind of
like not liking a sandwich, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we can make a version of this that you'll like.
It's like saying I don't like music. You know?
It's similar to that, yeah.
Have you ever met somebody who's like, I don't like music?
I've heard people say that, and I'm just like done with them at that moment. There aren't many things that I'll judge you immediately as a psychopath or a bad person, but that's one of them. I'm just like, okay, something's wrong with you. What do you mean you don't like music?
It's such a strange. And here's the thing: I've met some people who like very little kinds of music. Like my mom listens to most music, and she's like, this is noise, unless she's listening to like Josh Groban, like go da, ba, da, da. Like that's all she likes.
She likes those like ballad singer type things.
And probably classical music. She seems to like classical piano, but she doesn't like much else.
She's a classy broad.
Sure. But like just saying you don't like music, it's like, have you listened to a lot of different kinds? Like, have you just not?
What made you write it off? Like what?
Like, did you grow up in a household where all they listened to was like death metal, and like maybe you as a child were like, I can't process this in my brain yet to enjoy death metal.
What was the last thing you listened to where you were like, all right, I gave it a go, but I guess I'm done with music now.
Right. What made you decide?
What killed it for you?
You know what? I guess I just don't like music in general.
There are certain things that if somebody tells me they don't like it, I'm like, what's wrong with you? That music is a red flag one. When people say they don't like water, that really freaks me out.
That is weird
to me. Is the same as if you were like, and that one I hear actually quite a bit. I hear that more than I don't like.
I hear that a lot, yeah.
More than I don't like music or whatever. But people just say, I don't like water. And I'm like, oh, you mean one of the like 3 things you need to live? You don't like that?
And like,
interesting.
I was that way for a little while, but also like I think here's the thing. I think those people are just addicted to soda. That's what it is.
I do think that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Because like when I said I didn't like water, it's because I was addicted to soda, and then I quit drinking soda, and first of all, like I felt so much better.
Yeah, same.
Like
I also did that.
I feel like my mental health improved, like dramatically. It's weird to say that. Like I don't. Maybe other things happen. I don't know. I'm not.
My favorite part about having stopped drinking it is now if I do drink it, it gives me a stomach ache, which is like, wow, thanks. Now it's easy for me to not like fall back into old ways. Yeah, because it just makes me feel like shit right off the bat, and I'm like, okay, cool. Guess we're done with that then.
No more.
I don't think I'll get re-addicted.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It's not true about anything else. If you like quit heroin, you don't do some heroin and be like,
ew, yucky.
Ew. No, you think about heroin for the rest of your life, pretty much.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say real quick, we have Mad Lad Twitch in the chat. There's been a taco spotted in the area. Take cover. You. And oh my God, only thank you. I recognize this name. Thank you for the bits. I was telling.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was telling Brandon earlier about you and how nice you were and how you made me feel so happy today.
And here they are.
And here you
they
are
weren't
again.
Done making you feel happy.
They're not done. They're here for an encore. Thank you so much. We
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate Mad Lad Twitch in the chat. We appreciate Xenuts in the chat. We just appreciate the fact that like
a lot of appreciation going around today.
We're saying words into microphones right now, and it could literally be falling on deaf ears. Aside from like, I mean, talking to you is great, Brandon. Like, I don't hate that. Like, I would do this if no one watched, obviously, but you know.
Nice save. I would hate if you were just like, you know, hurt my feelings and then got sucked up by a tornado, and that was the last we spoke.
Guys, please bring your friends so I can pretend to stop fucking liking this guy. God damn. Mad Lad Twitch says, I'm trying to drink less soda. I don't think I'll ever be able to stop drinking entirely. Mad Lad, can I give you a recommendation? I don't have a name of brand off the top of my head, but there's these packets of like zest. It's just like crystallized zest of either lemons or oranges or limes that I open like a single packet. I put in my like cup of water, and honestly, like, it's great. Like, I love it. Like, I love drinking regular unflavored water too. Just like I like eating like non-honey nut Cheerios, you know? But because I think regular Cheerios are bangers too. But the lemon zest.
I'm not a big regular Cheerio guy.
I love it.
I like multigrain. I like honey nut. Not a big regular Cheerio guy.
Oh my God. We got Disbob Guy also posting bits in the chat. Disbob Guy was also in my editing stream. Disbob Guy was the person who I told you also came in donating bits. Thank you, Disbob Guy, for being here. Thank both of you for being here. Like, so nice of you guys.
Thank both of you.
Thank both of you. Brandon, thank both of them. Why don't you?
I did.
Much support for thank you guys so much. Oh, that's much support for animators, says Disbob Guy. Well, hell yeah. We appreciate that.
Animators supporting animators.
Yeah, well, Bob's coming. But it's funny. Only thanks. Only thank you. Only thanks. That's terrible. We shouldn't call you that. We're not calling you that. They said Bob's coming soon, and then like soon, like sure enough, Bob posted in like seconds
Bob was
later.
waiting for their cue.
That's right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Mad Lad. Thank you, Z-Newts. I keep saying thank you guys, but I am thrilled when people are actually here.
You're thankful. You're just very thankful, you know.
I'm appreciative. Some people might say. No, but thank you guys for being here. We're working on. We should tell them what we're working on, right?
We should.
So, what we're doing here is we're calling this a ProgressFest, which is when we decide that we're not capable of getting the work done on our own, neither of us. So we decide if we are on a call together and we get work done, like maybe we'll actually do it. And I needed it because I was getting jack shit done on these for a while. So I'm glad we're doing these ProgressFests.
Me too.
They're always helpful, like, and plus, like, it gives us a chance to just like make sure we're on the same page. There's multiple reasons to do it,
and it's fun.
It's fun. So we're working on a show called DrawBomb TONIGHT. DrawBomb TONIGHT. That's not the theme song.
Is that the song?
No, not yet.
Well,
I do have a new prototype for the theme song under works, but it's basically like I've just taken the and I've just turned it into like a trumpet thing.
Nice. Check that out.
Yeah, I'll have to. I don't know how much of it I've finished actually. I'll have to go back to it.
Now that I want to listen to it, you're like, actually, it's not very good. Yeah.
No, I've literally put like 30 minutes of work into it, so I can't say. I don't even remember how it sounds now.
What? Does making music take longer than that?
No. Xenus has redeemed Draw Willem Dafoe.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like no, we can't because we gotta get. This is a ProgressFest.
He's trying to throw a wrench into the
in our
progress.
plans, but I'm gonna refund you right now. I'm sorry, Xenus.
Oh, that's kind.
This would normally I wouldn't do this, but we're trying to get work done. I gotta draw this logo. I would, as much as I would love to draw Willem Dafoe, which I'm always,
you know, squeeze one in later or something, or maybe they'll make a puppet of Willem Dafoe.
Maybe we should make. Oh my God, actually.
He's outraged.
That's the perfect use of that. That is, I've never heard that sound
robbed.
Used better than that moment.
That was good.
Willem Dafoe gonna be on DrawBomb tonight? Not actually, but could you imagine if we actually got
Dylan Dafoe.
Well, if we got actual Willem Dafoe to be on DrawBomb tonight someday. Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, that would be Willem Dafoe. I think my head would explode.
That's right. DrawBomb tonight. Sorry, what were you saying? I cut you off.
No, nothing.
Oh, okay. So DrawBomb tonight is we're making a sketch comedy improv. Oh God. Animated improv sketch comedy show with the frame story of a Tonight Show.
Yeah, like a late night show. But it's
of a late night show.
Like improv sketch using animated puppets and stuff.
Yeah. And so, because we figured we were making like these long movies with the puppets, and we were like, it would be so much fun if we could just make like a bunch of small. It would just give us more opportunities to do improv and have fun like we've been having. So, you know, we decided to take a break from doing any improv for about 3 months to work on this. But no, it's going to pay off in the end. We have a lot of puppets made. We have a lot of assets made. I'm very excited. And yeah, so it's going to be a sketch comedy show. And we actually do have a guest who has been on a late night show, actually, right?
Oh, yeah. It actually was, yeah.
So somebody who was contacted through Lisa, who we've worked with on the video I was editing earlier, she knows somebody who has been on the Conan O'Brien show, and who has been like part of the UCB, things like that. And they emailed me out of the blue, just saying, "I love what you guys are doing. I watched your stuff. I would love to work with you." And I still can't believe that's real.
It'll be fun.
I'm so excited. So like we're trying to get this done. We're very close, and then I'm pumped to get editing that.
Yes.
I'm gonna have my work cut out for me, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited. Mad Lad asks a very important question, which is it gonna be a single thing or an ongoing thing? And I'm thrilled to say this is like a thing we plan to make like into a series, and that's exciting because that means we just get to keep, having fun, and make as long as we have the drive to do all this extra work.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm super pumped.
Yeah, we're basically working on building like a library of assets so that we'll be able to just keep making more content and more episodes and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
As time goes on.
Mm-hmm. That is a very important.
Yeah, there will be more, but right now it's taking the longest because we're getting it ready for the first one.
Yeah, it's kind of like when we first started our webcomic together, we did like do a backlog of comics for a while, and it lasted us a full year. And then things kind of went awry after that because life and etc. But we were on time for an entire year of our webcomic.
Pretty crazy.
Which is wild to think about because like I don't think any webcomic's ever done that.
Yeah, we were the first to ever.
We were the first.
Post when we're supposed to.
That's right. Oh my gosh, more bits from DisBob Guy. DisBob Guy also says that I believe in reference to the drawing you've got going on right now, reminds him a lot of Mike Judge's style, which I think that's a huge compliment.
Oh yeah, I could kind of see that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a big Mike Judge
what
fan.
What drawing talents y'all got? They say.
Oh yeah, I think we're using the same thing, right? We both have.
I believe so.
The first generation Cintiq, the big boy, the El Gigante, the Rancor.
Yeah, it's I got mine on eBay for a decent price. I had to wait till they came out with the next generation to buy the first generation.
They did go a lot cheaper once they came out with the better version. Go figure. Although now, thank the Lord, there are so many competitors to the Cintiq. Like, it's actually more viable now more than ever to get a tablet monitor for on the cheap. Thank God, because like these used to be the only guys. I feel like these Cintiqs.
There wasn't much competition. We had some like knockoffs we were using for a few years that did a pretty good job, but they're not as good. But
yeah, they were good, but they weren't as good. The Yanova, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
But I believe so. But I think there's more knockoffs now as well.
Yeah. There's a lot more knockoffs. Actually, I have a video in my YouTube queue of a guy reviewing another one of these things, and I have that because I've heard these Cintiqs do have like a lifespan on them, and I'm terrified every day I think about it. So I'm always like keeping an eye out for like if this thing fucking goes, like can I afford it?
Right. What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What am I gonna do? That's a great question.
I guess you can find a new profession.
Yeah. Right, yeah, I mean, I did for a while. I just want to read the comment. I just want to catch up on the chat real quick because everyone's being very cordial in the chat. Mad Lad says he's looking forward to seeing the show. Thank you, Mad Lad. Also, when I was talking about the big boy and the Rancor, Mad Lad goes, "Hey, it's that dog!" Which actually, Mad Lad, folks, if you want, Mad Lad on YouTube does upload Let's Plays of him playing video games. I know for a fact he's done the original Doom game recently, but he's also done Resident Evil 4, the remake, very recently. I think he's posted the final episode like maybe a couple weeks ago. He has a Minecraft series. So if you guys want to check out Mad Lad stuff, this is my plug for Mad Lad on Twitch.
Check that out. I was not aware.
Yeah. On their YouTube, they are Mad Lad. They also, I've connected with Mad Lad because they made a movie for Joel Haver's movie contest, which is how I found them.
Oh, that's right. Very cool.
Yeah. Only Thank You also says, this will be the moment I will look back on and think I saw these guys before they were on Adult Swim or even Netflix. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. That's very nice of you to say. I would.
That's nice to say.
That is very nice to say. I would love to say that you're correct, but who knows? You know, a tornado could carry me away in 20 minutes.
The tornado threw you into the Netflix head office.
That's right. Me in Georgia. Ah! And that's when I crashed the window. I just dropped it.
And then the head of Netflix, the CEO, was like, I better listen to what this guy has to say.
Help me, I need medical assistance.
Help, a tornado. In this big glass. Covered in glass.
Yeah. This Bob guy says, yeah, Huon and XP Pen pulling hard for the Cintiq market, which I'm happy to see competition in general. Happy to see competition in all situations. That's why I'm happy. Like, I'm even happy Epic Game Store exists, because Steam needs a little somebody to, you know, be coming at their lunch a little bit, keep them humble. I'm happy to see, you know, more games like The Sims coming out. I talk about The Sims a lot on here. I'm just happy for competition. Let's see. Mad Lad says, feeling the same way. You guys stop it. Talking about the Adult Swim thing. He also says, thanks for the shout out. Now I gotta start uploading again. You better. You goddamn. You better. You better. You better. You better. If I say you better, I say you better. You know that song?
I do.
Okay. Who is it by? Because I don't know.
Who?
That song. Who's it by?
Who?
Is it by the Who?
It is.
Okay. We could have done a good Abbott and Costello bit there for like a solid 5 minutes, but I decided to go
second base.
Who? What?
I think the magic's gone now. I think
it's gone. I ruined it.
You already. All right.
Home
I've
plate!
always wanted to do that to somebody, and
I've ruined it. I'm so sorry.
The Who thing. No, it was. That's the closest I think I'll get.
You got me a couple like rounds.
And I'm the first person who's ever thought of that. You know.
Isn't that when they like in the Abbott and Costello sketch? Don't they go fourth place or like don't
they have one line that they keep saying over and over.
Yeah. Home base.
I thought it was second base, but I don't know.
Second base? It might. Oh, okay.
It's been a while. It's been like over 10 years since I heard that.
It's been over 10 years since the sketch happened.
That's true. There's no question about that. At least 11 years.
It's been at least 11 years. This Bob guy also brings up a great point. His iPad also competes very much in the Cintiq market.
They're pretty great options now.
Absolutely.
I mean, granted, a new iPad, it does more than just a tablet, so I think that's a selling point. But
yeah,
right now they're pretty comparable, I think, in price. I feel like a nice,
like a
new,
like a Cintiq. Like when we got these
iPad Pro or
Cintiqs,
whatever.
They were about $2,000. I'm sure the new generation of Cintiq is probably around the same price point, which is an investment.
I bought mine on eBay for like $700.
That's good. That's a good deal to get.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. iPads probably run, I'd say 1,000 maybe. That's my guess.
Yeah, around there, depending on like what options you pick.
Yeah, I guess you can probably customize the like
you pick
graphics.
Space and you pick things of that nature.
But I mean, I sometimes, like, as a person who is very happy with Clip Studio Paint, who has worked in Clip Studio for quite a while, sometimes I see Procreate and I get a little jealous.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. One of my friends has it and I was playing with it and I was like, oh man. The only thing is my posture is bad to begin with, so drawing on an iPad I think would just crumple me into a little ball.
Fair. You would have to go back to the chiropractor.
Yeah. I need to go now anyways.
I do too, man. My fucking back hurts all the time.
My back's all messed up.
I feel like I need that, you know, that Simpsons episode where Homer gets the trash
I think
can?
about that often.
I think about that all the time. Oh my god,
More
Disbob
bits.
guy with the more bits.
Oh
Thank
my
you guys
gosh.
so much. I feel like I should do a dance, but I won't, because that would be too much.
They'll ask for their bits back if you do.
They will ask for their bits back is the thing.
Like, hey, I didn't. This is not the kind of thing I signed up
God.
for.
I came here for animation. Brandon, how are you feeling about this logo right now? I struggle so much with logos.
I don't know. I can only see half of it right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Do a little dance. Says Mad Lad. Mad Lad wants me to see me do a little dance.
Oh, I see what you're doing. What if it? Were we thinking of the bomb guy turning into a moon or something like?
Yeah, I figured the crescent would form into the bomb head.
Yeah, I like that. Huh? I don't know. It's hard.
I know. It's.
I feel like graphic design type stuff. You have to do like 30 of them, like quick sketches, and then pick one. You can't just
that might be a good idea.
start from scratch and then just be like, all right, I'm gonna try to draw it in one go. Usually, I mean, you have to do like a bunch of thumbnails to kind of, because it's like,
yeah,
it's hard to kind of just visualize it right off the bat. At least for me, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure once you are more experienced, you can probably visualize stuff more instantaneously. Like, we do a lot of drawings kind of first draft, and it works out. But because graphic design is definitely not my forte, it would make sense to probably do a bunch of thumbnails, right?
I mean, that's usually how it's done, but it doesn't mean you have to do it. It's not a requirement.
No, but I mean, when I made those waterlogged business cards, like, I remember I specifically set out to do one more thumbnail than I felt like my brain could handle. That was like my goal specifically. So I did, like, I got 3 thumbnails, and then it took me like 30 minutes to come up with the idea for the 4th one. But the 4th one was the one we ended up using because it ended up being,
that's awesome.
It was the like sort of Nirvana album cover parody.
Oh right, that's right.
And like that was the one, like, I feel like that's an important part of the ideation process is doing one more idea than you feel like you can think of, you know?
Pushing yourself a little bit.
Yeah, because I feel like that last idea, you kind of, in order to hit, like, eventually you hit a point where you're just like, fuck it, and you open your brain up because you're just like, if you stick to it, you want something on the paper, so you kind of unknowingly like really open your head up and just spit out the most fucking ridiculous, stupid idea that you can, and sometimes that works, you know.
That's true. That's true.
The chat is popping off today.
Culture Limp in the chat.
Culture Limp, what's up,
"Hey-o."
dude? Culture Limp's awesome.
What up, gang? How's everyone doing?
I have backstory on all these viewers. I feel like.
I love it. I like getting filled in on the lore.
Culture Limp, I believe, started watching me when I was streaming Lawnmower Simulator, and it was just very cool and very nice in the chat. And I saw that he was streaming Truck Simulator, I believe, American Road Truck Simulator, or whatever that game's called. And the vibe is just good with Culture Limp, so I've been in contact with them, and they're a very cool dude. So
nice.
Here they are. Yeah.
Glad to have you.
Glad to have you here, man. Mad Lad says, I'm not much of an artist, but I always try to look at things that are similar to what I'm trying to create when I'm making stuff. That's a very important part of the process.
Yeah, maybe look at some other late night show logo type thing.
Yeah, very good, very true. Yeah, absolutely. Culture Limp just posted hashtag VibesAF, and yeah, no, I agree. That should be the hashtag for this show. I want this show to be VibesAF.
We try to be.
Oh no, the mix it up. Hold on, Disbob guy is trying to redeem one of our mix it ups. Do we got it still working? Can I make that work?
I don't know if it's working or not. We should probably remove it until we make sure it's all fixed up.
Yeah, we have so many things that just don't work.
They're trying to beat you up.
They are. I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta. I don't think I'll be able to get it going.
Man, how disappointing. These fine people come here for entertainment.
Sorry.
This is what you do to them.
I'm just gonna try something real quick.
You just have to have somebody actually punch you in the face now.
Yeah. Ugh. 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 Wait, I have the sound effects. I showed them off earlier. We have an animation that plays in the corner that actually punches us, is the thing. That's what's happening. But this is what's happening now. Oh.
There you go. That's a good filler
Ah.
punch.
Ow. Ah. Ow. Ow.
He's had enough.
Please.
No. Stop it. You guys did this. The chat did this.
Do you see what happens when you redeem the reward?
You're killing him.
Please.
You're killing him. Oh. Oh, look what you guys did. Now I have to talk by myself. That's not gonna be easy. Dang it. Also, you know, my friend. But I'm gonna have to talk. Oh god, he's back.
I'm back. I'm laughing because I have brain damage. Ooh, actually, okay, so I'm just I'm seeing some things here. Only Thank You says it would be cool to just see the bomb at first, and when it goes off, it shows the late night logo. That is not a bad idea.
Yeah, like it's the bomb, and then it like turns into a moon, like turns its head, and the shine maybe like goes over to the side.
Well, I think what they're saying is there's a bomb, and then it explodes, and like when the smoke clears, it reveals the logo, which might be an interesting. Because I mean, we don't have a lot of bomby-ness going on.
Yeah, I was kind of yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the moon fit. We'll play with it.
I like using the moon idea in some way, but I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly what that
we'll have to test it. We'll have to also get the the chat things functioning at some point in the future. Get Mix It Up going. But I feel like I gave them their bits worth.
Yeah, I enjoyed that bit. That's good stuff.
Oh boy, I'm a little dizzy. I don't know what's going on, you guys.
Well, that's concussion is what you're experiencing.
Oh, jeez. There was F's in the chat for me.
They're mourning you.
Only
Jason!
Thank Yous. Jason! Jason! The Seans in that game are so much more brutal sounding. Like.
Yeah, he definitely has a favorite child.
Yeah, you can tell which one he likes more.
Concern in his voice.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh shit, that's fun. I feel like it actually kind of works thematically because like after he loses Jason, when he loses Sean in the game, he's that much more desperate because he's already experienced the loss.
Because his wife's gonna be so pissed this
time.
My
wife is so mad at him. I would feel
like I can't lose the second one. Holy shit.
Like I feel like the guy loses Sean and he gets home. He's like, Sean's gone. And he's just like, oh jeez, how am I gonna tell Linda?
That's his first thought. Yeah, she is gonna be ticked off.
Fuck, man, she's gonna be so mad. Oh, jeez, she's gonna ground me. I'm gonna be in the doghouse for sure.
I lose the kids a couple times, and suddenly, worst dad in the world. Jeez.
Oh, jeez. He is kind of. He's not a. I mean, what I think.
It's not fully his fault, but.
No, it's not. I think what pisses me off actually a lot about that game is that the reason he loses Sean. So like in the game, he has these blackouts, which you could sort of chalk up to like trauma. And things like that. Sure. I have a whole lot to say about the game because I've edited a video of somebody playing through the entirety of it.
You spent a lot of hours researching it.
I did. Shit, what was I saying?
We're talking about his blackouts and...
Yes, thank you. So like when he loses Sean, the second son, he has a blackout. And then when he comes to, Sean is gone. And that during that period of time, the kidnapper has stolen Sean and like, you know, essentially done the whole shebang. But it's like, okay. But like, here's the thing, the blackouts were actually, like you could chalk up the blackouts to trauma, but in the original script, the blackouts were actually going to be like this whole psychic link thing.
Yeesh.
And so it's like he essentially loses his son over a dropped plot line. So
Yeah,
that's frustrating.
that is true.
Yeah.
Maybe don't leave the house with your son if you have 8-hour blackouts from time to time.
Yeah, I guess it's.
I guess
And-
you have to bring a third party or stay home
Have somebody
if
with
you have that condition.
Have like a home health worker with you, maybe, if you can.
Yeah.
It just seems like, and it's just frustrating because like if they had connected that with a tangible storyline that fits with the rest of the game, and it has a payoff, it would feel a little bit more earned. But other than that, it's just like you could try anything in the game and you'll still lose your son in the game, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, you don't really have that decision to make.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, first of all, Only Thank Yous says they like the late night logo vibe that you were talking about with the crescent moon. So they like your idea. Mad Lad says, aren't they making a Star Wars game?
The people who made
Heavy Rain?
Heavy Rain? I don't know.
If they
There
are,
are Star
that'd
Wars
be-
games being made, but I didn't.
I feel like there's always a Star Wars game.
There
There's
is,
been-
especially now more than ever.
Yeah. But if the people like, I would actually be very interested. Quantic Dream. Okay, yeah, he's clarified. Quantic Dream. Yeah.
Are they the
Heavy
ones
Rain
making
people.
the big open world one?
Are they really?
I was
Oh.
asking. I don't know. That one actually looks cool. I'm the first Star Wars game I've been kind of interested in a while.
Interesting. I didn't even know that there. I mean, like, I just made a joke about saying, but I didn't even know that there was a more in like that have been revealed thus far.
They revealed this one that's like a big open world. You're like a criminal type thing, and you like
Oh.
in the thing she like was like had a bar fight, and then she ran out and hopped on like her like speeder and like
Oh,
took
that's
off
sick.
across the world. And I'm like, that looks pretty fun.
Kind of
I
want
can get
to.
behind that.
I want to watch that trailer now. Shit, that sounds
Yeah, it's a
dope.
good trailer.
I would be interested in seeing a Star Wars game with like narrative choices, like like if
We'll see
Telltale.
if they're real narrative choices or not.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Quanta whatever is making it, then I suppose they probably will be because that's kind of their whole thing. But
no.
they try.
They try, but I
I'm
don't-
not saying they succeed.
They don't.
I haven't played Detroit Become Human, or I played a little bit, but I haven't really played enough to know whether that one sucks. And
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't either.
I don't know.
I've watched someone play Heavy Rain like over and over, and I've played Fahrenheit or Indigo Prophecy. I think the original version was called Fahrenheit in Europe. And Fahrenheit was a game that starts out so intriguing, like the game had me so hooked. I beat the entirety thing. Jesus, I beat the entire thing in one sitting. But it just really falls flat on its face in the last quarter of the game, and you realize that like nothing you did mattered at all.
Yeah, that kind of ruins the whole thing when you're like, don't try to trick me into thinking that my decisions matter.
Yeah,
They don't.
Yeah, in the end, nothing actually pays off.
A lot of
And
games do that, where it's
Yeah.
like everything you do will make a difference, and then none of it does at all. It's
Yeah.
just like an illusion.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and like I feel like Telltale definitely does a better job with
Oh yeah,
that.
I mean they're building like actual like choose your own adventure stories, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say, I just noticed what Only Thank Yous wrote in the chat. They said, Ian, I want you to know you were our best stop today by far. You guys are doing good work here. And I hope you guys are still in the
Aw.
chat to hear that, or to hear me say thank you, because that is such a nice thing for you to say. I was telling Brandon earlier, you guys showing up, going to do your thing, and then coming back just meant a lot to me. You guys definitely made my day. So thank you.
You did say that. You
Y'all
did
are-
say that. You made his day.
I really appreciate y'all being here, and you guys say the nicest things and are so nice to me. I don't
Yeah,
know
thanks
what
for
I
joining.
do.
We always appreciate new people,
Yeah.
and you guys are great.
I'm thrilled to have everyone in the chat who is here today, and I feel like there's not a lot of people who can say that.
I certainly can't. I hate these guys.
Yeah, fuck them. Let's just ban them.
Evil.
Right? Cultural M says, are y'all talking about that game where you can spam Sean during that one cutscene? And Jason, yes. You
That
can
is the one.
You press X to Jason, I believe, is the classic meme.
Yeah.
Also, the one that you were talking about, Mad Lad says, is apparently being developed by Ubisoft, which makes sense. Open world games are kind of their MO at this point. Cultural M says, you tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, you just played a quick time event.
Yep.
And that's Quantic Dreams.
That game should be called Quick Time Event the Game.
Yeah, because that's what it is. And it
is.
Xenud says,
except they do it for like everything. They're like, you need to scratch your ass, move the analog stick in a circle while pressing R1.
Right. You gotta make sure that you wiggle the stick under. You wiggle the stick under the other way. And don't you mess up.
I liked when Maddie F had his like input controls messed up, so he kept just failing every single check, and he just couldn't figure out why. It's like a simple one too, like move the thing in a circle, and he kept failing, and it was like ruining like relationships in the game and stuff. And he's like, what the hell?
He like couldn't feed his son.
Right. Yeah. And then the son just like went to bed hungry.
Yeah. So funny. Xenud says Telltale also does a better job crunching employees into dust. To be fair, that Telltale did go defunct, and there is a new Telltale. Actually, Telltale has just released 2 new games. One based on Star Trek and one based on The Expanse. Kind of doing the same thing they used to do, but apparently it's under new leadership, and it's like Telltale from the ashes now. If they are doing crunch or not, I'm not quite sure. I don't know, but there is a new Telltale after the old one went, which was crazy when the old Telltale went under, because like they'd come out with like all the Walking Dead game, like it seemed like they were coming out with a property every month that was like related to a TV show. So I was like, so they're getting like tie-in money. How are they going under? And it was, it was obvious that it turned out to be corporate like malfeasance or whatever.
Fuckery.
But yeah. It was just wild when that news first dropped. I was like, what the fuck? They just released like 5 licensed games. Like they should be rolling in money.
Right, you'd think so.
But yeah. Just capitalism up to its usual business. Only Thank You says, anytime we will get to know B2. And they're talking about you. They're gonna get to know you as well, because they're gonna be here.
Great to meet you. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Okay. Mad Lad says Quantic is making one called Star Wars Eclipse. Ubisoft is making one called Star Wars Outlaws. That's the one that you were probably
I only know
about
the Outlaws one. I haven't heard about any other
interesting
games.
I'd be interested in seeing a story-driven. I'd be interested in seeing what Quantic Dreams can do, but I hope David Cage is not involved.
It's not.
David Cage is the problem, I think.
It might be. He seems like he enjoys the smell of his own farts a little bit too much.
Yeah. He also, this is something I've noticed, he just really likes he likes having female characters in the show, and he likes like having a scene where they have to walk around their underwear.
He does.
He's done that in all of his games.
It's like how you watch a Tarantino movie and there's just women's feet everywhere. It's like, all right, we get it. We understand.
Quit being horny on main, David and Quentin.
Do you have to put your own kinks in your own movie? Like,
yeah. It's like, first of all, thank you, only thank yous for the 100 bits.
Oh, thank you.
They said this is for.
Thank you.
They said this is for Brandon. So that's for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
And I agree.
They're too kind. They're too kind.
You're too kind. Thank you. You guys keep giving us bits, and like I feel like we can't return the favor in any like tangible way.
We just have to go to their stream and send the exact equal amount of bits back.
There you go. And you know who's gonna win
Bit
in the
for a
long
bit.
run? Well, Amazon.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos. It's like, yes.
Yes. The bit wars have begun. Also, I agree with Mad Lad. He says, we need less David Cage, we need more Nicolas Cage. And I agree.
I agree with that as well. That's
Yeah.
a fair statement.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna assemble my puppet now. See how this looks.
I'm excited. This is the first guest you've made for the, this is the,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I did make my,
Okay.
I did make my one puppet for a guest as well, just so that our special guest will have some options to choose between.
Okay.
But you know, I just did it real quick and dirty, just to have something.
That's all right. That's all right.
I would go back or invest in y'all. Bob and I were talking, and y'all have it, you know, have it. Sorry, I read it. Well, thank.
You don't need to spell out every word, Ian. You just read the word.
IWOULDBACKORINVES.
This is what that joke was gonna trigger.
That's 1-800-929.
Did you use some of the takes you did for that, or did you do another take separate to get it? Because I was impressed. I didn't remember it being that like dead on when we were doing them.
So I did the final take, but there was that one moment where I did like have a slight gap. It was like the one time I messed up when I was doing the number. So I just stitched where I stopped messing up and where I stitched over where I started messing up and where I stopped messing up, and so it's like kind of makes it like I didn't. Oh, are you talking about with the Hansel and Gretel?
And you got
stuff?
it like really fast. No, I was talking about.
Okay.
We were talking
Yeah.
about
That final take where I got it mostly right, except I had that one flub. I just deleted the flub, and then it works as an uninterrupted take.
There you go. Perfect.
Actually, a lot of the takes in the Hansel and Gretel sketch are like multiple of our takes like stitched together. Because like sometimes, like for instance, Lisa would maybe say the beginning of her line in a way that I really enjoyed, and then she would end it on a different take in a way that I really enjoyed. So I just like combine the best bits of the two. And
I like that you're doing that. That's good. I think that will definitely show off that you're show through. You're like being thoughtful about that kind of stuff.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I feel a little like I know it's not wrong to do that, but like in my mind, like if we were like filming, there's like a part of my brain that's just like, we would have to get this in one take. And it's like, I know that's not the standard we have to hold ourselves to, but there is that part of me. It's like the same when I record music. If I'm like recording some kind of take and I stitch together like multiple takes into the one that works, I know that's fine. That's not cheating. There is no such thing as cheating in art aside from like taking somebody else's stuff and uploading it as your own. But there is like that like intrusive thought.
You prefer to, get it done like for real.
I would. I mean, here's the thing. It ultimately doesn't matter. But there is that part of my brain,
Mm-hmm. It's the way it is. Can't fight with that part.
You can't fight your brain. You just got to figure out how to negotiate with it.
I mean, you fought your brain earlier.
I did.
Your brain fought you. I don't know who was in control of that.
I don't think either of us won.
Mad Lad says, pulls gun. You're going to do this in one take. I mean, that would be good inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, well, it would help. Like, oh
boy,
well, I don't want to get shot.
I think about the story I heard of Beethoven and like his abusive ass father. Have you ever heard about like Beethoven and like his abuse?
So were we talking Beethoven 1, 2, or 3?
The one where they blow up the beach house and the guy jumps out of the building going.
I didn't know they showed the Beethoven's. I didn't think they showed the dog's dad in any of those movies. So
No, they don't.
I didn't know the backstory.
But Beethoven, the pianist, for those who aren't aware, his dad sucked, and like he would force him to like practice the piano and like would just hit him upside the head and like box his ears if he like would fuck up playing a song, which is why he went deaf, is because he just got his ears boxed so much. And there's like a Beethoven's dad in my brain who's just like, you didn't do it in one take, do it again. And I'm like, oh god.
It's your real dad just standing behind you.
That's right, with a leather belt. This is getting dark.
Yeah.
Xenud says Brain took a big nerf patch last patch, waiting for the next balance update. Psh, tell me about it, man. I play Diablo. I know what that's like.
Exactly. Actually, what I thought he was writing about, I had to reread it a second time.
It's so crazy to me. Like, okay, so I want to talk about this, and I know we've talked about this already, but it still blows my mind. In Diablo 4, there are 5 stats to work with. There's strength, dexterity, intelligence, willpower. There's 4 stats to work with, okay? And if you're a barbarian, for instance, all intelligence effects is like your resistance to like elemental damage. But resistance is broken.
Sure, one of the main things in the game.
One of 4 main stats in Diablo 4 is broken. Like, what the fuck?
And they're like, we'll fix it
Season
in a
2.
year.
Yeah. Like, what? What?
It's a little strange.
You guys, the store works fine. That's what's crazy.
That part's important. And if something was wrong with that, there'd be a hot fix out tomorrow.
Yeah. Did you see the other thing where people who were playing on console, if they would press a button and it would take them to like the season thing?
Oh, I did see that. That's evil.
So evil. For the people who are watching, what they would do is so if you were playing on console only, if you'd bought like a specific edition of the game, you got included 1 free season of like 1 purchase of Battle Pass, like included in your purchase. And so what people did was when they would play on console, there's a button you would hit to go to the season, and that would like, you could choose to unlock the premium Battle Pass there or just check your seasonal objectives. And people mostly go there to check the seasonal objectives. But what they
Which
did
is something you
was-
have to do regularly.
Yeah.
It's not like a screen that you would only go to for that purpose. You're going there often if you're doing the season.
Yeah, you have to go there. And what they did was they made it so that when you went to that screen on console, if you had that version purchased where you got that included season of Battle Pass, the very first button that was there that you were selected on was the Purchase Premium Battle Pass. And if you clicked the A button on it, as you might accidentally do, there was no confirmation screen.
Yeah, there's no "Are you sure?" There's nothing. It's just boom, you spent $10 just like with like a click of a button, and it's like they were like, "Whoops, that was an accident." It's like, no,
it wasn't.
Evil.
It's so evil. God,
That should be illegal, honestly. Like
it should be. It should be.
Steal money from people.
Now Blizzard patched it.
Yeah,
but
did. After it got like thousands of people.
My question, like, they should refund those people, like,
totally.
Or they should get a free.
I mean, that's the only way that I would have been like, all right, no big deal, is if they refunded all those people. They did not do that.
They haven't done it, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
No.
Ridiculous.
I don't believe they're going to, because it's been a while already.
Been a while. Absolutely fucking stupid. Mad Lad says, I'm imagining an interview. What inspires you to do so well on the first take? Not get a cat busted in me. Yeah, there's a guy with a gun over there. You shoot me if I fuck up.
I can only do scenes where I'm terrified and somebody's about to shoot me. Yeah. But I'm great in those scenes.
If you notice, there's so many scenes where I'm peeing. Wow.
I like to improv, saying, "Please don't shoot me," in between the lines.
Yeah, there's a lot of times, like for instance, in the infamous coffee shop sketch, where I'm trying to order a deluxe espresso, and I keep saying, "Please, I have a wife and family." It's because of the guy who was off screen with the gun. Getting dark again. Mad Lad Twitch says Activision Blizzard being scummy? No way. I know, right?
I know, hard to believe.
I don't believe
Hard
it.
to believe. They've had such a good track record up to that
Yeah.
point.
They've been so great, and they still command the respect of the industry that they used to.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Sure do.
Brandon,
Yes, Ian.
have you watched a lot of TV shows or any TV shows or anything like that?
Not too much. I've been watching some What We Do in the Shadows.
Right, the new season just dropped, right?
Yeah, and it's great. It's fun as always.
Awesome. Love that show.
Me and Morgan started MILF Manor, which is horrible and makes me uncomfortable.
What made you guys decide to take the plunge?
I don't know. We were looking for some trash TV, and what's trashier than that?
Fair. I mean, you guys do like to watch trash, and to be fair, I get it. You know, I get it.
Some awful reality TV.
They're really, I mean, MILF Manor. It's hard to imagine beating out MILF Manor, and like not just by the name. Like we've watched Cody Co together, where he recaps MILF Manor, and
I haven't watched. I don't know if he did the whole season. I only saw a few episodes, but
yeah. So I know what happens in the show, and it doesn't make it better. Like knowing what it's like.
No.
There's a lot of things where like something sounds bad, and then you find out what's actually happening in it, and you're like, oh, okay. And it's like,
no, this is. You find out it sounds bad, and then you see it, and you're like, oh, it's even worse.
It's worse somehow. So that's fun. So I know that there's a new season of Bachelor.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a while. It's been it's very hit or miss. Sometimes it's super boring.
Okay.
So we haven't watched that in a while.
We
have friends that do watch it pretty regularly, and they were basically saying like this was not a season worth giving a shit about. So we're just like, all right.
That's fair. They've had 30 seasons. It's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah.
There's a podcast I listen to where they do segments on. They did a series where every episode they would talk about the latest episode of Survivor, and they called it Simpin' for Survivor.
That's fun.
Yeah, and so then after they finished Simpin' with Survivor, the other it's like two people who are the main hosts of the podcast right now. And the other host was like, okay, so I did Simpin' for Survivor. We should do Bustin' for Bachelor. And so they've recapped like the first. They did like a little first episode of the Bachelor season episode, and they said they weren't going to focus on the Bachelor as much as they did the Survivor season. And it was actually interesting because it's the Funhouse channel where they played the video games and stuff too. We watched them a couple times together.
Right.
That's their podcast. They actually had one of the guys who was on Survivor for a couple of seasons on an episode of one of their shows, not the podcast, but just like watching them as they play games.
That's fun.
Yeah. And it was cool as hell. And I checked his Instagram out. He's actually like a really cool dude in person, like just like a very real dude. And I was like, cool. I like how they're like, Funhouse has been through some drama over the years. Like they started out pretty cool, just like as a bunch of people having fun. And then there were some allegations that came out within the group, and then they got rid of all those guys. And then it was kind of on a downswing for a while. But they've been on the up and up again, and from what I can tell, all the people who are involved on that channel that have sort of like taken over since are all seem to be like really legit cool people, and I like to see that.
Yeah, that's good. I like the channel in general, so it's good to see it kind of get back on track a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah. So you've been watching some MILF Manor. What's Morgan's reaction been?
She's eating it up. She loves it. I'm struggling, but it's pretty fun. It's just tragic, basically.
Yeah, it's
for all parties involved.
It is pretty tragic. I feel the most bad for that one kid. Who, you know who I'm talking about? Yeah,
I do. I think the one whose mom like admitted that she hooked up with Or are you
Yep.
talking about?
No, you're
okay.
you're on the money. You're on the money.
She mentioned she hooked up with his best friend.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't take it well.
He does not take it
guess.
well.
As you might guess.
Was the other kid you were mentioning, or are you talking about Disco Mommy's son?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tragic case too.
He's a Freudian like.
Oh. I think you gotta.
Yeah, my thing's broken right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'll fix it.
No, it's okay.
How do you like my hat, guys?
It's the top of the head moment of the stream. This moment brought to you by the tops of our heads.
This segment is sponsored by.
Have that Reading Rainbow sound where it's like.
I don't have my soundboard set up right now.
Oh shit! I thought I had that sound, but I'm realizing I don't.
Not prepared.
What's that? What's that Reading Rainbow sound called? I should download it. It's like.
I think it would just be under Reading Rainbow. It's like, but don't take my word for it.
That's the one. That's what it was. Yeah, I was looking for the catchphrase. This moment brought to you by.
Honk is having some issues.
Oh no.
Instead of characters under that list, it just says layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why it's broken.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I'm gonna look at your thing real quick. Loading book guest. It was just loading right now. I gotcha. Okay.
I'll share my other screen for now while I'm getting. People don't have to look at this.
But yeah, the kid like Disco Mommy seems some type of way. But I feel bad for that. Like that kid, I've never had a character in real life who I've started out not liking and then immediately feeling sorry for. It's like Jamie Tart Jamie Tart in like fucking Ted Lasso. Like you think he's an asshole until you realize like how awful his like life actually is, and you're just like, oh man, yeah, I get it now. That's how I feel about that kid.
Yeah, he's annoying for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a good way of putting it.
Culture Limp says, I feel like this is the reverse version of the neighbor from Home Improvement. That's if the fence was just a little bit taller.
Yeah. I would love that. It would be very funny if there was a character who like the top, like all you can see is their face, and it's just like, who am I?
Just a hole at their face.
Yeah.
Hey there, neighbor.
Hey there.
Hey,
and then
Jim.
like the reveal would be like you see the rest of their body and they're either like a big hulking dude or they're just like, I don't know, like somebody who's just extremely short.
Hey Wilson, why don't I ever see your mouth? Well, I have a quite the disfigurement. I was shot in the face when I was a teenager. I don't know, that's not funny.
You ever read the book Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk? Well, let's imagine that.
Oh, yeah. What Tim was saying. We should do a Home Improvement stream where we have like a little like PNG of a fence.
Oh my god, I'm gonna add that to the sketch ideas. Is like two neighbors across the fence.
I'm trying to get this to work. I don't know what the deal is.
What's going on? Just real quick, I'm gonna finish reading the chat. I feel like I'm always catching up with the chat today. We've never had it so popping.
No, moving. That's the curse is that if we ever get popular on the show, we won't be able to talk to the chat like we do.
That would make me sad actually, a little bit. We could always enact like VIP mode or like subscribers only.
Something like that.
Something like that. I mean, just give subs to the people we like.
There you
go. Mad Lad says, I'm interested in watching the Twisted Metal show. I've actually heard decent things about it, surprisingly enough.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I watch Moist Critical on YouTube, and he was like very down on the show because he's a big Twisted Metal fan. And he was like, yeah, I didn't hate it. And I'm like, okay. So that's surprising.
Yeah.
And he's a hater. Like he's a bit of a hater.
It's kind of his thing.
Yeah. Neighbors across the fence. I'm just putting in parentheses, home improvement.
Mad Lad says he was shot in the face for needing a second take. From my acting days, neighbor.
There you go. That's what happened.
Nice callback. Nice callback.
That is a good callback. Xenud says, I'm interested in watching Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg fight. I would watch that. That is something I would watch.
Elon Musk would get.
He was getting his ass
demolished.
kicked. Mark Zuckerberg
Have you
is
seen
like
Mark Zuckerberg lately?
he's actually like trained in like
ripped.
jujitsu, I think, or something like
Yeah,
that.
he is. Or something. One of the martial arts, but he's like also like I think been working out a lot. And then
Has he
Elon
really?
Musk has built like a refrigerator.
Yeah, Elon Musk would lose, and I'd be okay with that. Like, I wouldn't want either of them to win, but I would be.
And I do want to say it's only funny to body shame billionaires. Shouldn't body shame everyone else, but billionaires you're allowed to body shame.
Yeah.
It's a rule.
Because they can afford to be okay. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not okay to body shame anybody.
No, you can body shame billionaires. It's
Okay.
a fact.
Okay.
I looked it up.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Folks, there you have it. Any trepidation by me, throw it out the window.
Exactly. Shutting it down right away.
Put it down. Cultural Limp says, my GF is loving the fact that y'all actually watch these shows. It's not. Yeah. I don't know.
Sometimes you just want to watch like a car wreck.
Yeah,
not
sometimes you just want to
something.
eat the big old pile of like gravy and mashed potatoes and like fried chicken, and like sometimes you just want to eat slop.
Speaking of eating slop, I have something to talk about.
What is that?
I was visiting my friend for his birthday recently, like a week or two ago. And it's Drew, who was in the wedding. You know Drew. I'm just going to out him for this because he deserves shame.
Okay, Drew. I love Drew.
And he
Drew's
brought
a great
out,
guy.
I love Drew too. Yeah, I used to love him until he told me that he did this. And now I got a restraining order. And,
oh no.
So he comes out with this plate, and on it are pickles, but they are not the color that pickles should be.
Oh God.
And what he did is he took jars of pickles and he put Kool-Aid mix into the jars and let them sit for a few days. Kool-Aid pickles. So one was bright red. That was fruit punch flavored. The other one was black, and that was grape flavored. It was the black pickle. It looked like a pickle you'd find on the bottom of a dumpster on a hot day.
No, God, please.
And he goes, try these. They're good. And I'm like, there's no way that they are, but I will try them.
You're a hero. You're a hero.
So my review is they are disgusting. The fruit punch one was the worst. The grape one was...
You tried both?
I tried both.
Oh, man.
Had to know. The grape one was less offensive, but still not good. I threw them both away. But this is a thing. So now I'm trying to think of a way to one-up him, just to like... Because...
Oh, man.
I want
that
to
is
bring
like...
So I'm going to do...
I've never thought of that.
Kool-Aid. No one would unless you're some kind of secret psychopath. Shame on him.
Wow.
Shame on. And I feel ashamed that I had him in my wedding now. I didn't know that he was a bad person, but it turns out he is. I know, it's weird. You never know. We were in the same room as that guy, and this is the stuff he does.
Never knew I was dealing with a psycho.
So here's what I'm gonna do to one up him and force him to eat something disgusting, like as revenge. I'm going to make Kool-Aid pickled eggs, and I'm gonna bring them over to him and be like, "Look what I made." Have you ever had a pickled egg?
Wait, aren't all? Oh wait, I'm sorry. I was thinking of pickles, pickled eggs. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I have never had a pickled egg, although.
A pickled egg is essentially like a hard-boiled egg that you put into a brine.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty good, I think. I mean, I think they're good. They're like kind of like a spicy pickled egg.
Here's the thing.
A spicy hard-boiled egg.
I have been aware of their creation, and if you had asked me, like, maybe, I think I know about their existence mostly because of The Simpsons, because Moe's got the jar of pickled eggs, like, in the bar.
Right.
I just know about that. But if you had asked me like 5 to 10 years ago if I'd want one, I'd say no. But if you ask me now, I would try a pickled egg.
The Simpsons really hurt the pickled egg marketing. But I know what you mean, because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, it's just the gross jar of eggs at the bar. But the first time I tried one was at a bar, and it was actually really good. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine. But regardless, I'm going to make Kool-Aid pickled eggs and force him to eat one.
That would be such a funny... That's a one-up right there. You're taking...
That is a one-up.
Your one-up. That's funny.
The crime is going to be if he likes it. Or what if, even worse, I end up liking it.
I know, you might end up liking it.
I'll
God,
have to
actually...
just, like, go on a spiritual journey and, like, walk into the woods with no shoes. Spend a few nights in there to, like, find out who I am. If I find out I like Kool-Aid pickled egg.
This is...
Like, I need to be alone.
So, you're actually giving me an idea now, and I think my idea actually just unironically sounds good. It's not crazy or anything like that, but you know kimchi?
I'm aware.
So like pickled egg, but then after you pickle the egg, then you let it sit in a brine of kimchi.
That'd be good.
That'd be delicious, I think, actually. I love kimchi.
Linux says pickled eggs.
Oh yeah, Mad Lad wrote pickled AIDS in the chat, and then Cultural Limb says, why Twitch censored pickled AIDS? I have no idea. Did it get censored? Did somebody uncensor it for us? Because for me, it didn't pop up as being censored, and that's hilarious.
No, I didn't see it censored either.
Because the word AIDS, like, he didn't even do it in all caps. Like, there's other types of AIDS. Like, first AIDS. Or...
Yeah.
So, it's interesting.
So here's the issue I'm having real quick with Honk is when I click on the change characters button, I'm getting the layer drop down menu. It's like broken.
Can you share your screen for a second? I wanna see that just so I can kind of, I know what you're saying. I just want to look at it just so I can kind of see if something's happening. That's very strange.
I don't know how to fix it, sort of like reinstalling Honk or something. But now sponsored by Hat.
Sponsored by hats. Oh, it's not even showing the. You might have to share your screen because it's. Oh, okay. No, we're good. We're good. Don't
see
worry
it now?
about it. Yeah.
So when I go change characters, it's layers.
Oh my god.
And I've reopened it and closed it a number of times. I think that's it.
So I think, can you do me a favor and show me a screenshot in Discord so you don't have to think of the folder that's inside.
Sure.
Of thing, because I feel like it might be an issue with the folder formatting maybe. If anything, I would say try double clicking that create new character JSON file. JSON. Try double clicking that. It'll make a new folder. Just try putting your your drawings in that folder maybe, and then delete the other one.
Okay.
That would be strange. JSON.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's strange.
That is really weird. I've never had that happen.
Me neither. It's a new one.
Fermented eggs, says Cultural Limb. Is it? I guess that would be a fermented egg. Which sounds dangerous.
I don't think it's the same as that. Because it's hard boiled and then you just put it in a brine.
Yeah, true.
So it's not fermented.
Well, I think with kimchi, you're fermenting it then, aren't you?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of want to try it. I feel like an egg wrapped in kimchi would probably be so good. You can't censor pickled AIDS, says Mad Lad, but Cultural Limb says it was censored on my end. I uncensored it. That is true. You are able to set your own personal profanity filters on Twitch, so that may have popped up or something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All of this talk about eggs is making me want deviled eggs. Dog, I love deviled eggs. I used to be really good at making deviled eggs when I was dating Ryan, but she was the mastermind behind the deviled eggs. I was more like
I'm
the
surprised.
henchman.
I would have guessed you don't like deviled eggs.
I love
been
deviled
my
eggs.
guess.
Ryan made amazing deviled eggs, and she taught me her recipe, and I was able to recreate it when she was around to like confirm that I was making the right choices. But fuck, I love deviled eggs. I am also surprised I love deviled eggs too. By the way, I
Do you like
completely
hard-boiled
agree with
eggs?
you. Yeah, I do. I like eggs pretty much in all formats actually.
All right.
I'm a big egg guy. Actually, I
like eggs as well.
there's a lot of meals where I'm like, this meal could probably be improved with the addition of egg somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
Fan of
burgers.
eggs. Yeah. Love an egg on a burger.
Love egg on a burger.
Have you tried that gross sandwich I told you about with the peanut butter and egg?
The peanut butter and egg? No, I haven't yet. No, I should.
It's just to shame myself after I attacked Drew so hard.
Yeah,
It's basically you have toast, you have a fried egg, you have sriracha, and you have peanut butter, and it's good.
The sriracha, like hot sauce makes anything better in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So sriracha could save it. I could see that. Oh, whoopsies. Something's going on with the stream right now. What happened to the stream?
I don't know. Everything's breaking.
What the fuck?
I got music playing.
I know, I tried to switch the scene and it won't stop the intro music. Oh my god.
Everything's going to shit.
What the hell happened to my OBS all of a sudden?
The stream has gone Gary. Stream is Gary.
Meow. Meow.
Legitimately, what happened though? This is... Oh.
It's zoomed in on my side for some reason.
Interesting. Oh, I think... Oh, you know what happened? I don't know what happened with the intro music. That shit's crazy. The fact that the intro
Gary
music...
did it.
Gary did it. Gary... Oh, yeah, Gary. I was talking about... I have, my little lamp over here. Hold on, I still haven't completely fixed the stream. But I have my little lamp over here of this guy who I put a hat and, there's
there
the
goes the
intro
song
music.
again.
God damn it. Anyways, that's Gary. Gary's ruining it.
All these fine people joined us today.
I think I fixed it. But now the show music's not playing. Although the show music might be in between songs. The show music was in
It's
between
broken.
songs. Woo! Okay. I think we're fixed.
I'm not sure how to fix honk. I'm gonna keep messing around with it, I guess. Sorry, I'm kind of like distracted now because I've just been trying to fix this for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, that's okay. I completely understand. I can try making the puppet on my end and sending you the file, and then if you start... Or I can send you like
Maybe,
a
but
clean honk.
I gotta fix this regardless.
Yeah. I can send you like a clean honk.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying some different stuff.
Okay. I'll send you a clean honk.
Give me that clean honk.
A clean honk. I said a ridiculous combination of words on stream last night or yesterday. It was like I think there was a U in it or something like that. I don't remember anymore. Scrumptious, something like scrumptious, yummies or tummy scrumptious or I don't know. The word scrumptious was involved. I know that, but it's gone.
Mad Lad says, only thank you said, have you seen the Living with Jigsaw sketch? I don't think I have.
Jigsaw, is that like Jigsaw from?
I'm assuming. From Saw, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's from Saw. I have watched a good amount of the Saw movies. They're insane. I'm curious how bad that Spiral or whichever, like the newest one with Chris Rock is, because I like.
Oh right.
Chris Rock acting serious in a Saw movie. I kind of gotta see it, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
He's just not my first choice for a dramatic actor.
No.
And like, that's not to
No.
pigeonhole him. I'm like, there's a lot of comedians who I wouldn't think are dramatic actors, and then I've seen them in dramatic roles, and I'm like, wow, holy shit.
That's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have proven me wrong, and so I'm sure. You know, I'm not saying he wouldn't be good. I just, like you said, I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. It's a surprise every time, just because, you know, you see a person who got famous for being, like, making people giggle haha, and then they just, like,
A little
pack the
giggle
emotion
ha-has.
in there. The giggle ha-has. Let's see. Oh shit, I remember that sketch. Oh, people were just talking about the Living with Jigsaw sketch, and they're all agreeing it's hilarious. We should check it out, I guess, because everyone in
I'll
the
have to
chat
watch
agrees
it.
that it's very funny.
And I trust these people, these fine people's opinions.
I do too. I like to see that. I like to see that everyone's just hanging out, chatting with each other, having a good time. That's what you like to see,
Just having,
you know?
just having a great time.
Just having a grand old time. I think they're quoting it now.
Let's watch it.
Yeah, they're just talking about how great the sketch is now. Now you guys are making me want to see it. I'm gonna have to look for it.
I want to see sketch.
want to see Living with Jigsaw.
Ian, have you watched anything this past week or two? Anything new?
So you know how I like to talk about music and making music and things like that?
I'm aware.
I've been watching a 10-hour tutorial on how to do a very specific aspect of music production.
Okay.
In music, there's a thing called compressors. And,
All right.
a compressor, its main functionality, like baseline level, is what you do is you set it to certain parameters, and it detects when you set like a threshold, and it detects when the volume hits that threshold. It's considered too loud, so the compressor works to turn the volume down dynamically, and like then ease off the brakes on that turning down. And you have a bunch of different knobs, but you can use the compressor to not just turn the volume down, but you can use it to make like a drum or like an instrument sound more punchy, sound more thick, make it like sound like it's pushed back. Like you can use a compressor in a lot of different ways with like 4 knobs. I held up 3 fingers, but with like 4 knobs. And so
You're holding another finger up off screen.
that's right. I'm not allowed to show that finger on Twitch though.
No.
But
Just show how many the number, but use your toes, and then we'll also get banned.
that's true. Yeah, I gotta make sure I put a mosaic over my toes. So yeah, I've been watching a 10-hour tutorial, which like I'll watch like 2-hour snippets, and then I'll take a break from that so I don't like overload my brain. But that's what I've been doing.
Nice. Nice.
The plot
That
is really good. Kyle, Crazy Kyle. We have Crazy Kyle in the chat. Welcome, Kyle.
We do. Oh.
He says, "Hey, why
Been a
did you draw
while.
me as a talk show?" I just came to a realization. Crazy Kyle doesn't live
what?
very far from me.
I know. I told him yesterday that I was gonna be around.
Oh, so he's aware now. Okay, cool. So
He's
then,
aware. He said he seemed upset about it when I told him I was coming to
he spit in my face.
the place he lived.
So I was thinking, like, Kyle should meet you in person. Kyle's the only
agree.
one who hasn't yet, and I feel bad, and I think you guys would have a grand old time just insulting each other to your faces now.
I can't wait.
He says you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Brandon.
Yes, Ian.
When should we end the show? Because I mean, we started 30 minutes late because I had like tornadoes and shit. But like, I know
Right.
you also like to get off at the time you do because you like to.
Oh, I like to get off.
Because you like to like hang out with your wife like a fucking weirdo.
I know. I'm a loser.
What a weird guy. Check this fucking loser out, you guys. It does feel weird doing it. It's weird. I feel the shortness of the episode, even though it's only shortened by like 30 minutes, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably will have to go here pretty quick, regardless of the fact that we started late. But
that's fine.
you know,
Does anywhere getting better? Like if I'm like, it is too short and it hasn't been the full 2 hours. Is that like good? That I feel that way?
Yes.
Answer me.
It's so good.
It's so
So
good.
good.
Well, in that case then, Brandon.
Yes, Ian.
Anything you want to plug?
I love the pause there. Very dramatic. I would like all these fine people to go over to our YouTube if you haven't. Check out it's at DrawBomb. Check out all the stuff we've been posting. We've been making animations. We have a new one coming in a day or two that I'm pretty excited about. I think this one's gonna be a good one. How do you feel as someone editing it?
I'm excited for it. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Concept's fun.
Yeah, I think the concept is fun. It's interesting because it's also like it's an idea you had ahead of time. So it's like, it is sort of your brainchild a little bit. So it's like,
There's a few of them that I've cultivated. I
interesting.
try to come with ideas, right? Like
Yeah,
the
no,
Zelda
absolutely.
one and this one.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like a lot of times when we're writing those, it's like close to midnight, and I'm like, okay, if I come with an idea that will speed it up by like 30 minutes at least.
Yeah, very true. We don't have to like
I've been
sit around
trying.
hemming and hawing and being like, maybe we should do. I don't know.
Yeah. So I've been trying. But yeah, this one was one. Me and Morgan were going for a walk, and we passed like an old dilapidated house, and we started doing a bit, and it kind of turned into what this sketch is. And so I wrote it down, and yeah, that's what we're working on. So
Sweet.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. But
I
yeah,
think
go
it'll be
check
good.
us out, subscribe, and so you can see all our cartoons and fun stuff.
Tell your friends. The YouTube Shorts used to be working for us, and lately I feel like YouTube Shorts got YouTube Shorts got nerfed in May, like mid-May for a little bit, and like then they kind of came back a tad. But the last, like, I've been posting shorts on the DrawBomb Plays channel now of like you playing Resident Evil 4, just because I figured why not get some viewers on that channel as well, and they are getting like zero views, not a
No
view.
love. No love.
No love for the DrawBomb Plays channel. You guys don't. I'm more interested in you checking out the DrawBomb channel. DrawBomb Plays is kind of like our side hobby. But I figure if one ever pops off, then they can help each other out, and that'd be fun.
Right. And also it's nice to kind of keep it like, I think, split
Separate.
up for.
Yeah. In the words of the Offspring, gotta keep them separated. Hey, hey, don't pay no mind. You're under 18, you might be doing any time. Hey, hey, come out and play.
They do say that. That's true.
Yeah. I love that song, actually. It's been a minute since I've listened to that song. I should give it another go.
It's a good one.
It's a great one. So aside from that, any other things you want to plug?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it for me.
As for me, I also want to plug DrawBomb, and I guess DrawBomb Plays as well. I brought it up. I might as well just complete the loop. Check me out on Spotify if you like any of the music you've heard tonight. I put a bunch of like beats and stuff on Spotify, and if you listen to them, Spotify pays me like a penny every 1,000 songs you listen to.
Hell yeah.
That'll be cool. Tell your friends, and also if you guys want, if anyone here streams and they need music in the background of their stream, I do not copyright claim my music on Spotify. I have it set not to do that. I have it set not to bother me about that. So if you guys want to stream and play my music behind your stuff, feel free. I truly just am happy that anybody hears it. So go right ahead. and like
That's pretty.
I feel like Kevin MacLeod. Like I really respect the hell out of Kevin MacLeod, like what he's got going on, where he's just like produced thousands of amazing songs, and he's just like, yeah, just like maybe credit me, but what, you know, it's whatever. And I respect that hustle. So I'm in the same boat.
You know, you're just You're just so generous.
I'm a generous lover. That's what they say.
That's how they say.
A
Yeah,
generous
but you
lover.
insist that you have to listen to your music.
Yes.
During.
Yeah, and they're like, these aren't really like good beats for intimacy, and I'm like, hey, hold on, this is the drop.
This is a good part.
This is my favorite part.
Shut up.
I like how I use the sample right here. Yeah, it was cool. I'm done. I don't know what else we got.
I think that's it.
All right, we're
That's
getting
about
close
it.
to the end of the ProgressFest. I feel like we're just finishing up. Like
Oh,
assets.
I did want to mention, we probably will be gone from our normal Monday show
Yes.
for a couple weeks now,
Yes.
because next week I'm busy on Monday, and then the week after that I'm going to be out your way.
Visiting me will be in person, and you guys will not be a part of that. We will not stream it. We considered it, and we were like, nah. And that's our final decision.
There you go. If we
Yeah.
change our mind, we can change our mind, but probably not gonna happen.
We're gonna be too focused on just having a good time and enjoying the presence of each other.
That's right. But yeah, so we might be gone, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do some maybe I'll do some different streams just throughout.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I still plan on streaming a little bit more often, just because I don't have a job.
Give the
and,
people what they want.
Sometimes people send
Look at all
me
these
money.
fine people you brought in today.
That's true. That's very true. It's been lucrative, in the best kind of way. I really like the people that I feel like we've been very fortunate in who we've
right.
cultivated as part of our, the people in this chat. I think I just get very good vibes off of all of them. And I
Only
think
good
that's,
people watch our show.
Exactly. Oh shit, Mad Lad just redeemed Punch Brandon.
Oh no, I don't have the button on mine. Oh, oh god. Oh. Oh.
I guess that's it. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Take care. Okay, bye.
Enough. No more.
Oh god, I hope the stream ends soon so we stop dying.